What's up, CPA? I'm Marlee, and I'm back to host this epic episode of the CPA Media Studio series, Soundcheck, Our Town Edition. Joining me today is CPA English teacher and Our Town enthusiast, Miss Jennifer Christensen.
What's up, CPA? I cannot tell you guys how excited I am that the CPA Arts Department is performing Our Town. It's a story about learning to appreciate the value and beauty of life before it's too late. It's written by Thorton, and one of my favorite lines is in Emily's final monologue when she says, "Oh, Earth, you're too wonderful for anyone to realize you." Makes me emotional.
Miss Christensen, you're gonna make me cry.
That's kind of the point. But Marlee, I appreciate you, and I'm gonna remember filming this episode of Soundcheck with you forever.
Me too, Miss Christensen. So without further ado, let's check in with some of our cast and crew who've been using their imagination to bring this classic tale to life. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today. Can you tell me a little bit about the play Our Town?
So Our Town is widely considered one of the greatest American plays ever written. It was written by Thorton in 1938. It won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama that year. And it's about a small town in New Hampshire set at the turn of the century. The first act is called The Daily Life, the second act is called Love and Marriage, and the third act is called Death.
I know Our Town is a play that doesn't have many props. Can you tell me how it's been using more of your imagination?
For the first whole 10 minutes of each act, I have to prepare a full 1900s English style breakfast with no props other than a table.
One of me and Tanner's scenes takes place in a soda shop. We sit down at these two bar stools and we don't have a table in front of us. So we have to first mime the table and then we get drinks from Jenna.
My character's stage manager. I basically walk you through where everything is, and I sort of just walk you through this entire cycle of life. A lot of the characters look as if they've led simple lives, but one of the main messages of the show is that even though people might lead simpler lives or their lives might look simple from the outside, everyone has those little small moments of connection that really is what makes life valuable. And it does make you reevaluate how you're spending your everyday life.
Especially as both of us are seniors, so we're in the college application, so it's both causing more appreciation for where we're at now and trying to spend more time with the people I'm with and thinking about oh, these choices I'm making right now, they matter.
What's crazy is that in a span of 2 hours, it can cover so much of what we'll experience in our life. And without the props and without the scenery, I feel like the show's much more raw and it's very honest. And of course, big spectacle sets and lighting and everything, that can be great and it can really help you get into the story. But what's so unique about Our Town is that none of that's there. And so I think the audience is somewhat forced to use their imagination.
No matter who you are, how old you are, you're going to come to this play and there are going to be characters and scenes and situations that you're going to be able to relate to. There's a very famous scene in the third act that is kind of tragic and heartbreaking where one of the characters in the play who has died, and she even asks Jenna's character, does anyone ever really fully realize life while they're living it? And Jenna says,
No. Saints and poets, maybe they do some.
And that's really the message of the play, right? It's the most precious things about life are not necessarily the big moments. It's all these small, little, beautiful moments that we take for granted each and every day.
Being a senior, what has CPA Arts meant to y'all over the last 4 years?
At the end of the day, it is centered in Christ. Makes it so much easier to refer to Christ every day when you are opening your heart continually almost as a practice at rehearsal. And it really deepens the friendships that you have. So CPA Arts has been truly a godsend, not only in my life, but I think in everyone in the arts program.
Yeah.
This program has really prepped me for going out into the world of theater and wanting to pursue this because I feel like it has really struck me down to my core of where my values are. Knowing deep down what story I'm telling and why I perform has been so meaningful, and CPA has really shown me that with all these incredible believers that not only teach us, but that are on stage alongside with us.
What do you hope the audience walks away with after seeing Our Town?
It's a really good question. The main one really hits home for me. At the beginning of Act 3, I talk about how we all know that something is eternal. As Christians, we get to delight in the fact that we get to go to heaven and we have that hope inside our hearts.
There is a line that one of the characters says after given the opportunity to go back and see her life after she's passed away. And she says, we don't have time to look at one another. So I hope people will leave the theater and have the desire to turn the devices off and make real human connection with their loved ones. That's what I hope people walk away with.
Well, thank you so much for y'all's time, and I'm so excited to watch this show.
Thank you. We're excited for you to see it.